What's up, Digidestins? This is Kyle D, better known as RideMyAvatar, and today, did you hear the bell? That means it's another day in the market watch. So let's talk about things that you should be on the watch out, especially right when the next set drops. Things that are going to go up because of the new set reveals that are happening in JP. So without further ado, let's dive in this video and talk about it. So first off, we have Zubermon promo 097. So this card is a limited card pack version 2 Digimon promotional card. This card's already seeing $50 as a starting point. So one big thing you need to take away from, people have been buying it at $20 a pop. There's going to be a small fraction of window that this is going to probably go down because of the restriction is instantly in place on release. This card is not going to be as highly sought after. The problem comes down to afterwards, that once they show anything Ragna, Lordmon, Ace related, anything to that deck, this card's going to spike. So you have a small fraction of a window, and that could be only a couple days, it could be a week, but within that time span you will be on a clock. And I am not joking at this point. This is one of those things you have to keep an eye out for, because once Ragna Ace gets shown off and it's any competitive viable, this card spikes like crazy. We have Beelzemon from the 3v3. This is the starter deck advanced version, so it's sitting at 300. People have been buying it in the 200 range. I can't wait for nationals to happen. There are going to be a few 3v3s and then a lot more in-person events, which means to lead to more 3v3, which would be good to start loading this up on the market, and that's not a bad thing. I think having the 3v3, and especially since this is a top 4 pricing and not like a championship, it's not a bad thing. Europe side, we're looking at 115 euros, going to like 140 euros. Kind of crazy. Then we have Paroxymon textured alternate art research and boosters. So this thing's at $9. This is another card that basically gets a ticking time bomb as well, because once we get closer and closer to the set release, this thing's going to start climbing. And once we get to PT15, there's only a few weeks between that, and you're going to see this spike, and then boom, kind of in a bad spot. Paroxymon is on the Europe side though, 18s, 20s, so I kind of feel bad for you guys. You are a little more expensive, and that's just for the base rare. Alternate art, same things, 20s, 20 range, goes pretty fine in the 20s. Gonna feel bad, you guys have it a little more expensive. Hunkmon from Tamer Party Pack. This card is climbing. This Sylphimon is projected to be a good deck. We'll have to see. I don't know how long Hunkmon will actually value itself. We'll have to see. I don't value it as much, as I think Sylphimon's not gonna do as well, but we'll have to see. Europe side looking like 8s to 9s. Then we have Fang Longm textured alternate Animal Crossing EX05. $30. And people are paying it. I'm going to be straight honest with you. This might be a similar situation to EX03, if I remember correctly, with Examon. And with this being a mandatory 4 of kind of card, you're looking at this thing holding long-term longevity. Fang Longmon actually has more potential to being a competitive deck, so $30, I'm not surprised that if this thing sticks around 30s. I mean, we didn't even have that, what the regular Xmon didn't drop into the 20s until basically months and months later. I think like 6 months later it didn't even drop to 20. So this thing might stay in the 30s, might go up. So I think this is one of the few cards that I would say is you just wait until release and pick up immediately, because it's just going to go right back to 30, if not more. Europe side, 45, 55 euros. Don't pick it up at that price. Lunamon alternate art. You guys are killing me here. Leave my girl alone. Let me have my max rarity deck, please. $25. Stop killing me. Europe side looking like 40 euros. Yeah, sad. Then we have Meta Edamon. This card is selling in the 20s and the 15s. I wouldn't pick this up for 30s though. Outside of that, this is going to be a fun janky deck. It needs more support, but at the end of the day, it's always fun. I love that the art is like a counterplay to Gotamon. It's alternate regular art, so like it's a counterplay that he was going to attack Edamon, and now Edamon's dishing the returning blow. Europe side looking like 40 euros. Not worth it. Beelzemon X Antibody seeing some play and increase. With Nationals around the corner, Beelzemon X Antibody is splashed in the Garurumon decks as a way of removing security less scarcely than you've been dealing with. Beelzemon X is just a really good card outside of that. Then we have Beelzemon looking like $3.50. Well, €3.50 goes to €5.15. So it's not terrible right now, but this is definitely going up because of new support that's possibly coming for Beelzemon. If Beelzemon has a 7 Great Demon Lord new card coming in, this is going to be hyped for that. You have BT16 being pretty much Purple's top deck of the format. And then the splash ability right now in any of the meta that is EX 5 or 6. I keep mixing it up. It's Animal Coliseum. This set with the Garurumon deck basically can play it for now, and they combo it in with their Metal Garurumons. So purple deck does purple things. Then we have Gotamon from Official Tournament Pack Volume 9. Another card you should keep an eye out on. We have them at $3.39, but this card is going to go up pretty quickly. There is no reason for it not to once Patamon Ace shows off and it's a competitive deck. If it is a competitive deck, expect this thing to double, triple easily. If not, maybe holds this price range long term. Europe side looking like €1.40, €2. Definitely pick up your copies now, I highly recommend, if you didn't, because that Patamon Ace will definitely affect this card's pricing. Patamon from Blast Ace BT14, $7.27, and it's climbing, boys and girls. I will not be surprised if this thing goes up more, but the reason for this is because of the new EX set that is getting shown off. We have a lot of yellow decks that are going to probably play this instantly. If it's a vaccine type, it's going to play it. And I have a feeling we're going to have a high concentration of yellow and purple color combinations that are split between two. And that's going to really change up, and Patamon's just going to be a slam in any yellow version that is, because all the angels are vaccine types. Europe side looking like €10 to €12, already showing effects that it's reaching 10s. Wouldn't be surprised if this climbs up more for you guys, and you know, you're running out of time because as long as that set starts getting revealed, you're on a clock. Legendary Arms Alliance, store top 4. This card is another thing similar to the Zubamon promo. This card will probably, if Legendary Arms is really playable this time around, this is going to be one of those cards that makes or breaks that value too. So right now it's $2. I kind of recommend picking these up at a playset. Get your playset and call it a day. If you guys want a max rarity Raggy Boy, this is what you're going to do. Legendary Arms on the Europe side, though, looking like 5 cents, 30 cents. You guys have it cheap, but pick up your playsets now because you're going to definitely make some money if Ragna Ace is really good. Then we have Shadron. Shadron, guys, it's cooling off, which is good, but it's still holding strong in the 17s. So, I mean, I'm not surprised. This thing will probably hold value for a good while, and I don't expect it to come down anytime soon. Europe side looking like 18s, 20s, 21s. Holy cow, you guys are holding strong equally with us. Rusty Tyranomon Ace. Still don't understand what deck pushed this thing to push the envelope here and make it 17s. This card is not seeing much competitive play. I don't recommend picking this up. Just let it just die down. Europe side looking like 12s, 14s. Yeah, this is not worth it. Lucemon Chaos Mode. This card's actually starting to tick down a little bit by $1, but it's coming down. The reason for this is nothing really at all. I think people have gotten their copies right now, and it's just starting to flood the market. We'll have to see what all the 7 Great Demon Lords can do, and especially if we get his evolution in the set, which is most likely going to happen. We've been waiting far too long not to not have it. So just stuff like this is definitely to keep an eye out on. Europe side looking like 15, 17s. Then we have Rapidmon New Awakenings. Just hold off. If you guys don't need this for Yellow Hybrid for competitive tournaments now, don't pick this up. You just wait for the advanced deck and call it a day. The Europe side looking like €4, €5. Just wait it out. You guys don't need this at a rush. Then we have Wormmon, Tamer Party Pack, the beginning 2.0 Digimon promotion cards. $10, still climbing. I'm not surprised here. The way they distributed these cards was terrible. I mean, we're going to have the alternate arts coming through, but I wish this was more readily available. This should have just been entry pack level and just given us. The fact that they are, you know, Tamer Party Packs is the worst design in the world. Europe side looking like 8s to 12s to 14s. You guys are on buyout. Hammer Spark. This is the reason I'm talking about this card right now is because I wanted to do a comparison to like the original 2021 championship final Tamer Evolution. This card saw such a high play. It was sitting at like 80s when it was first released. I remember that. And now it's finally come down to like $7. So over time, if you guys are patient enough, you can start collecting these finalist cards. Just be patient. Don't always have to rush to get them unless you're playing that deck at max rarity, and that's what you want to do. I mean, I want to play, what is it, the Commandramon stuff. So I need the Commandramons, but I can also wait long enough. But that's all in all. We have like $6.50. They'll probably come down to that. We'll have to see. But I'm excited to see what things turn out with, especially on the Europe side. You guys are holding strong, though, 17s, 20s. But all in all, though, guys, taking a look at what we have coming down the pipe and knowing that there are a lot of stuff coming, just be prepared for a lot of fluctuations, especially with new card reveals. Everything spikes and gets crazy. So, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you next one. Peace!